What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is JT, the Talking Head. You are the audience, and today we're talking about Darren Aronofsky's The Whale from A24, Oscar winner. Welcome to Flix Fix. So The Whale is a movie that I got the day that it came out on physical media, and it blew me away. It's not flashy. It's not overly exciting. It's not your standard blockbuster film. It feels like a very independent film, which is kind of the way that A24 does anyway. It's got an insane cast of actors. Brendan Fraser, who, I mean, I know that he's had roles around for the past however long, but I mean, I don't think he's really been all that super relevant since like The Mummy. That's the last thing I remember him like being like the star of, like the major blockbuster of. This really feels like his resurgence, his return to acting in a way that is impactful acting. And man, he pours his heart and soul into the character of Charlie in this film. So the story follows a morbidly obese 600-pound gay man who is overall like a shut-in, a total recluse in his house. And it follows him in, spoiler alert, essentially the last week of his life, or the last 5 days of his life. Early on to the film, Charlie goes into congestive heart failure. It's brought on from doing something that I'm not going to say on YouTube or TikTok because I will get shadow banned.
Enough of your crazy game! Time to teach you a lesson, you nut job!
I don't think so. Mind crush!
So he's doing his little thing and he starts thinking he's having a heart attack when he's interrupted by who he thinks is his friend Liz, played by Han Chow, who is a nurse. But actually, it's a kid named Thomas, played by Ty Simpkins, who was in Insidious and Jurassic World. Now, Thomas is a missionary from a church that is very similar to Jehovah's Witness, but it's not called Jehovah's Witness in the movie, but it's essentially a Jehovah's Witness. There to spread the good word, as they would say in the Bible Belt. He knocks on Charlie's door, and Charlie tells him to come in, again, thinking that he's Liz. And this little Jehovah's Witness sees a gay man doing the thing while also having a heart attack. So you got Charlie over here having a heart attack. You got Thomas over here absolutely astounded about what he is seeing. And then Liz comes in and pretty much all hell breaks loose. But she does end up helping Charlie. She tries to convince him to go to the hospital. But Charlie, being a total recluse, being that, and there are reasons, I'm not going to spoil the reasons that he is a recluse. It's something that you really just need to watch yourself, that to really understand why he is the way he is, why he is 600 pounds plus obese, and why he never leaves the house, and why he teaches online instead of in person. And it's just, overall, the film very much so leads down this rabbit hole of depression and anxiety and obesity, and it deals with a lot of really dark themes like coming to terms with one's own death. And I mean, he knows he's going to die. There's no saving him unless he were to go to a hospital, and even then it's probably not too likely that they would be able to do much for him. But he kind of just accepts it, and he just continues on. But where the story really kicks in is that his daughter shows up around Act 2, and his daughter, played by Sadie Sink, Ellie, comes in, and she is an absolute nightmare, man. Absolute nightmare. She's like 16 years old. She's had the short stick in life. Her dad left and is estranged. Her mom's an alcoholic. She's bullied at school. It's just bad. From a technical and writing standpoint, this story does kind of feel a little bit sluggish and slow, and I think that's done really intentionally because the story as a whole is really about the characters. It's about the central character of Charlie, and Charlie is a very sluggish and slow person because he has to be, because his weight makes it to where he just can't get up and move like that. So the movie itself kind of moves in cadence with Charlie's actions. That's something that I noticed. When Charlie gets upset, or sad or angry or whatever, the tone of the film really picks up and it starts moving. Anything starts moving faster. Dialogue moves a bit faster, a bit louder and heavier. But then whenever there's for every scene like that, there's also scenes where you're just seeing Charlie try to get by day to day and seeing the life of a 600-pound person, trying to take a shower, getting into bed. There's a scene where he's trying to get into a room and he has a key above the door seal and the door frame, and it falls on the floor and he can't get it. He just can't reach it. He like tries to use like a reacher grabber thing, and it knocks it under the tub, and he can't get it. So, like, those scenes, they do kind of slow the movie down, but I think that they have a really impactful point in that, yeah, they might be slow, but they're building the character and they're showing that they match the way the character feels. And I think that's just really brilliant. That's a really brilliant part on Samuel D. Hunter's writing. Samuel D. Hunter, that's a name that you shan't forget anytime soon. He was the original writer of The Whale. He wrote the screenplay, but he also he wrote the play, the original play that The Whale was based on. This movie, directed by Darren Aronofsky. Yes, Aronofsky scored the touchdown, but Hunter was the quarterback who threw in the ball. This movie is a movie that stands, it's a story anyway, that stands on the legs of its very strong writing and its very strong character development, as well as the performances that the actors give. Brendan Fraser, I feel like, just absolutely knocked it out of the park, blew me away. Overall, I give this movie a 10 out of 10. And there you have it, my kind of short-ish thoughts on The Whale. I do want to take this time to also mention that I have signed up for a Letterboxd account. I'll leave my link to that, to my profile, in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on TikTok watching this, it's in my link tree, posted in my bio. On that Letterboxd, I just posted my first ever review, and it's of this. It's my first written review. This video review kind of covers the gist of what I said in that written review. The written review is a lot more in detail and garners my thoughts a lot more. But this is just kind of a overall thought of the same thing. So if you have a Letterboxd, go on there, follow the link, give me a follow, and then come back to this video, whether you're on TikTok or YouTube, and drop me your username in the comments. I will look for your username and see if you're following me. I'll follow you back on Letterboxd, and we can get on there and we can look at each other's reviews and talk about movies in the comments of the reviews and stuff. I think that Letterboxd is going to be a platform. It might not be a platform that I can review on every week, because sitting down and writing a written review for a film takes a while. But because whenever I do it, I don't just treat it like a social review, like, haha, that was good. I try to actually put some real thought and effort into reviewing on there. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like or heart it on TikTok, like it on YouTube. Drop me a comment. Let me know any other movies that I should watch. I do typically try to do Flix Fix on movies that I own physically. So if you have a request, I will add it to the list. It just might take a while. I'll add it to the list, and hopefully I'll be able to get the film soon if I don't already have it. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to have a great day.